This is Nairobi. This is Nairobi. Twendeni, kuja ni kuhold. Kuja ni kuhold baby. Katoto. Kuja twende. Motuko. Hapa leo ni kunoma. Itabidi.
Bunge, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BAV. This is Bunge Audiovisual. So today we're going to talk about President Ruto's misplaced priorities. And what I can say is that Ruto's priorities is actually questioned. Because we've seen the video of the school kids risk their lives, and on the other side, we've got some school kids enjoying chapati with the president. So I would like to urge you guys, kindly like, subscribe, and before we begin, welcome back. This is Bunge Audiovisual, where we uncover the real stories behind Kenya's biggest headlines. And if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video for more insightful content. So today we have a disturbing today we have a disturbing contrast that actually highlights the stark inequality in our country. So let's talk about the videos that you've watched. And the video that you just watched was you watched two videos. The one showing Ruto eating chapati with school children, the other one children trying to cross a bridge for them to be able to access education, which is a very, very sad state of affairs. So the video you just watched shows school children in Nairobi risking their lives crossing a flooded river just to get to class. Imagine risking your life just for you to be able to attend a class and put some notes on paper. Imagine you have to cross a river for you to be able to go to school and access education. What kind of a country are we living in? What kind of state our children actually living in to ensure that they only access what you call education? And you all know what at the moment we are experiencing so many problems that are actually related with the kind of system that most of us have been bred in. Talk of unemployment, talk of high crime rates, talk of underemployment, talk of insecurity, talk of mental health. There are so many issues that our youth are actually facing, and it's a very, very sad state of affairs. Watching the young lads risking their lives to go to school only for them to be able to face the harsh realities of life when they grow up and rather graduate after completing their tertiary studies. So meanwhile, President William Ruto is actually busy while the kids are risking their lives going to school for them to actually access education. The president on the other side is actually busy with political rallies and his allies, trying to make grand promises and engaging in publicity stunts, like serving chapatis to primary school students. But while some children are enjoying a hot meal, others are braving dangerous waters for a chance at education. And this disparity couldn't be more glaring. Let's also discuss about the tale of the two Nairobi students, the one that you've seen having their meal with the president, and the other bunch that was actually trying to fight the waves, or rather the rapids of the rivers in Nairobi, just to ensure that they actually access education. So in one part of Nairobi, we see the president promising to buy a machine that can produce 1 million chapatis for students, a plan that aligns with the Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja's school feeding program that is known as Dish in a County. Yet in another part of the same county, in the same country, the children are being forced to wade through flood waters, clinging to ropes and making shifts, making shift rafts just to be able to attend their classes. And the question of the day is, how can these two realities exist in the same city under the same government? Imagine one student, one pupil on one side he or she is barely hanging on to ensure that at some point in life she's going to reap the fruits of the patience, or rather the hard work, or rather the perseverance he put in to just to go through that process of eating the bitter roots of education. And on the other side, we're able to see the same people in the same age group enjoying life, not even thinking about such kind of a situation that their counterparts might be going through in the same country, which is a very sad thing to witness. And let's also talk about Ruto's distraction and empty promises that he keeps on making since time and again. And what I can say is that while Kenyans actually struggle with the real life issues like education, like poor education, in poor infrastructure, and the high cost of living in various parts of the country, we're able to see the president appears more focused on a campaign style rallies. We were able to see him being focused on unnecessary political wars. We've been seeing him being able to make grandiose promises, promising people of heaven that doesn't even exist anywhere in somebody's even imagination. And what I can say is that instead of investing in safer routes and bridges for school going children, the government at the moment is busy making headline grabbing pledges that do little to solve the actual problems that citizens are facing in their day-to-day activities. So, the question of the day is, where are the real solutions when it comes to curbing the kind of challenges that the citizens of this country are facing? Because we also need to ask ourselves at the same time, apart from asking about the solutions, we also need to ask ourselves who is holding the government accountable. Because at the moment, you all know that the leader of opposition, that is Raila Amolo Odinga, has now signed an MOU with the government. That's a memorandum of understanding. And in this case, what they are trying to say in disguise is that they have joined the government. This is just a handshake. There's nothing to sugarcoat. There's nothing here to sugarcoat, because what I can say is that there's no interest of the people at hand by the opposition leader, that is Raila Amolo Odinga. And public outrage at the moment is growing, and most of the people are now being inclined towards the other side that is now being considered as the official opposition, the side of Akina Kalonzo, the side of Akina Rigathi Gachagua, the side of Akina Martha Karua, the side of Akina Matiang'i, the side of Akina Okia Umtata, the side of Akina Natembea, the side of Akina Eugene Omalo. That side is now coming in, that side is now growing in terms of reputation, and it's really becoming a big threat to the current regime and the former opposition that has just joined hands, or rather shook hands with the government. And what I can say is that Kenyans are increasingly frustrated. You've seen the 2024 protests and June 25th, the Gen Z protests. Most of the leaders were actually put to their place because they thought that they're the ones who are actually running the country. But it reached a point the people themselves had to remind the leaders, or rather the various people who have been elected to office, that they are the ones who hold their power to them dearly. They have entrusted their power to them so that they can be able to represent them, so that they can be able to represent the kind of needs that the Monanchi wants. You get? So many are really questioning why the government is prioritizing the PR exercises over the critical infrastructure issues that are supposed to be dealt with urgency as soon as possible. Because the people want action, they don't want theatrics, and the growing dissatisfaction could have major political consequences. As we head towards the 2027 elections, because this time around people are smarter, people are sharper, people are better, people are stronger, and people won't be deceived the way they have been deceived since time immemorial. And what are Kenyans asking us for now? Why can't we have proper bridges for our school children, instead of making promises of coming up with a machine that is going to prepare 1 million chapatis, as if we are fighting world hunger in this particular country? Why is Ruto more focused on rallies instead of governance? How can the government justify such misplaced priorities and be able to prioritize the needs of the people as required by the state? So if you look at the bigger picture, this is not just about a one flooded river or a 1 meal program. This is about governance and leadership. And what I can say is that Kenya at the moment needs solutions, not a spectacle. Because we also need to ask ourselves, will the government listen to the cries that the people are making at the moment? Because the same cries that people are making at the moment are actually going to remind the people, or rather give the people a chance whether to vote for the people who have served in this government for the in 2027, come 2027, or decide to throw them into the pits of oblivion as far as Kenya's politics is concerned. Because I'm pretty very sure that in 2027 is going to be a very, very remarkable year to the history of this country. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but that's what I'm thinking about, based on the kind of experiences that Kenyans are going through right now. Kenyans are going through very, very tough times. And we also need to ask ourselves, will Ruto's administration continue prioritizing image over impact, or are they going to sit down and come up with the rational decisions that are going to ensure that the economy of this country and the health of the citizens of this country is actually booming, to ensure that you have a happy nation and a nation that is going to be stable economic wise, and regarding any other factors that are going to be put into place? Are they going to come up with strategies that are going to ensure that we better the lives of of the people living within the bounds of this country? So also another question that we're supposed to be asking ourselves is, will Nairobi County step and address this crisis, or is it just going to sit down, to sit back and relax the same way it has been doing under the leadership of Governors Johnson Sakaja? And another question we're also supposed to be asking ourselves is Ruto losing the trust of the people? Of course, he's losing the trust of the people, because you can't tell me you're going to promise people on how to come up with to import a machine that is going to produce a million chapatis a day. You know, getting chapatis is not among even the 100 problems that are the top 100 problems that people are facing at the moment in this particular country. We have so many issues that are supposed to be addressed as stand. We have the issue of poor infrastructure, because the issue of access, inability to access pure water. We've got problems like poor housing and high cost of living, whereby people are having so much pressure put in their head for them to be able to ensure that they actually sort out the issues of rent. We've got a very, very poor healthcare system that isn't really even working. Forget about being even able to be liked. It's not even working. So we also need to ask ourselves, what are some of the roles that citizens are supposed to play in demanding accountability? Should we do it the hard way that they usually at least show concern, or should we just wait for 2027 and make sure that we vote all these guys out of office? Because either way, the rat must be killed, and we are going to hold that. Ostrich snake to ensure that we pull it from the soil, because the ostrich is trying to hide his face from in the soil. We're going to pull that ostrich and we hold it by its neck, so that we can be able to face the harsh realities of life. And I think that's it for today's episode. I don't know what you think, guys. Should Ruto refocus on real issues instead of the PR gimmicks, or how do we ensure that all Kenyan students have safe access to education? Let's talk in the comment section down below. I thank you very much for listening to this kind of sentiments that I've made, or rather listening to my opinion. And if at all you think there's a place I've stumbled, or rather there's a place I've misled you guys, kindly comment down there, so that I can be able to learn as well. Remember, we keep it real here at Bunge Audio Visual, and for more deep dive discussions, let's wait for the next episode. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe, stay engaged. I love you guys. Till next time, bye bye.